Hey you guys, what's up? Divine Chakras here. Welcome back to the channel. So today's video, we are going to be talking about tarot today. And today is Tarot Tuesdays on my Facebook group, Collective Conscious Minds. So if you have not had the chance to get over to Facebook, it is a private group, so you will have to be requested in, or you'll have to be approved to come in, but you can definitely sign up. Again, it's on Facebook, and the name of the group is called Collective Conscious Minds, and I will put the information for the group down below so that you're able to get in. Just be aware that it is a very tight-knit group, and we are a spiritual base, okay? And no negative energy will be accepted nor allowed. So just be aware of that we are not a negative group, that we are very much about high vibrations and high spiritual vibrational progression. So I just wanted to put a fair warning out to you guys that, because I am on YouTube, and like YouTube is not as closely monitored, this is kind of like a free-for-all as far as the videos are concerned. You know who you are if you're negative. You know who I'm talking to. So if you feel a little bit of a umph in your soul right now because I'm telling you about negativity, then that is probably you, and you probably do not need to hit that join button, okay? So with that being said, let's get to the video and why we're here today. So so today is Tarot Tuesdays in my group, all right? We have theme days every single day, Monday through Friday, and today is Tarot Tuesdays. So with Tarot Tuesdays, what we basically do is we talk about forms of divination, mostly under the lines of tarot, tarot cards, oracle cards, you name it. Any tools of divination that have to do with tarot, that is what we specifically focus on, okay? So today I wanted to bring you guys tips and tricks on tarot, just little bullet points on things to consider and to also keep in mind when you are doing tarot, or if you're looking into even doing oracle cards. They kind of run one and the same, but you will see some major differences with the energetic fields that each card deck gives out, as opposed to oracle versus tarot, because there is a major difference as far as the energy that each puts out. Oracle being more gentle, tarot being more in your face, like we about to give you the business, okay? So just be aware of that and we'll get into that. But yes, the energy is different depending on which decks you get, okay? So we're going to talk about tips and tricks, and I keep looking over here because I'm about to pick up my notebook, but we're going to talk about tips and tricks, and I have a bunch of notes here that I'm going to be looking at from time to time just to make sure that I stay on track, because there's a lot of information to cover. So this is going to be 7 tips and tricks to help you guys with not necessarily mastering tarot, but more so just to think about when considering or actually going into tarot reading. Now, just a little bit of my background. I've been reading tarot cards for about 7 months now, okay? Now, I truly believe in my heart that some people are born to read tarot, meaning they can pick it up and just read. And I believe that some people need to do a little bit more work in order to develop their intuition. I fortunately was one of those people that was born to do tarot. Literally, tarot is life to me. I absolutely understand it all the way through and out. Now, 7 months is not a long time as opposed to people that have been reading for years and years and years. But I can say that I confidently can run with the best of them when it comes to tarot reading. So, and that's not to like be cocky or anything like that, but I am definitely confident in my spirituality and my divination when it comes to tarot. It was not hard for me at all to understand it nor pick it up, but for some, like I said, some people need a little bit more time to understand the tarot, cards, symbols, things like that. And although, I don't know everything about tarot, so I'm not going to sit here and say I know everything about tarot, because there's definitely more to learn. I'm actually in a tarot course right now to gain my tarot certification, and I'm actually learning a lot of things that just kind of put more clarity on things. But for the most part, like, a lot of the stuff I already knew, but there's a lot that I didn't know. Okay, so I'm currently now finished with all the major arcana cards. Now we are working on the trump cards, or the major, okay, I've already finished the minor arcana, I should say. So the 4 suits I've already finished. Now I'm working on the major arcana, or the trump cards, and then next is going to be the court cards. And once I do that, I have 2 more sections, and then I will be complete and I will have my certification. So I'm really excited about that because, you know, bitches love certifications, and, you know, y'all like to see that shit on paper. So I'm going to get to you on paper. But I definitely have been posting on Instagram people's different testimonies about my readings and things like that. And so I definitely appreciate people that have reached back out to me to continue to get readings, and that continue to allow me to give them information that basically holds their life. I basically hold people's lives in my hands. Like, it's real shit. So don't think that tarot is just out here playing with cards. It is very, very serious work. As you will see in these notes, we are about to get to the nitty gritty. So let's get to the tips and tricks of tarot, okay? So I wanted to start out first by going over what tarot cards are, okay? So tarot cards actually started out in the 15th century, and they were originally started off as playing cards. So that's why a lot of people will use like a regular deck of playing cards in order to read for tarot. I don't do that, but I know people that do that and that can do it very well. A lot of people say to start off using playing cards in order to start. So, you know, it's all relative and it's all up to what you want to do. I will get into what my first deck was and what I feel is the best deck to start off with, okay? So moving into the 18th century, tarot was picked up within the occult or the metaphysical realm of things, and it was used as a divination tool. And the terminology that was associated with it was tarotology and sartomancy, okay? And I got all this information from Wikipedia, so you can look up the history of tarot for yourself just so you can get a better understanding of it. But I just kind of wanted to let you know that it just didn't fall out the clear blue sky, and that it is not new age, that tarot has been around for centuries, okay? We're talking 6 centuries, all right? Because now we are in the 21st century, so just want to throw that out there to knock some people off their boots. Okay, so the tarot cards, most standard tarot cards. Now, we're not talking about oral cards. We're talking about standard tarot deck. It's based off of the Rider-Waite tarot deck, which is the most common and usually considered to be the first tarot deck that most people get. And it is the tarot deck that is most widely and commonly used amongst readers. So in the tarot deck, you have 78 cards, okay? And it breaks down to 4 suits, which include the wands, the swords, the cups, and the pentacles, each which coincide with different aspects of our lives that can be changed, okay? So your 4 suits are considered to be your minor arcana, and arcana, spelled A-R-C-A-N-A, is another word for mystery, lessons, or like secrets, okay? Secrets to our lives, basically. So the wands associate with fire, okay? And the wands have to do with movement, all right? So movement in career, movement in life, movement in love. That it's just all about movement in life. Cups is all about emotions, relationships, okay? And is associated with water. The swords, which is associated with air, is all about intellectual thought and intellectual processes. The pentacles is all about earth, okay? And it is considered to be directly towards career and materialistic and finances, okay? Within these 4 suits, there's also court cards. So your court cards break down to king, queen, oh my gosh, I can't think. King, queen, empress, the knight, and the page. All right. And so those are going to be your court cards that are within the suits of the 4 minor arcanas. Okay. So then you have your major arcana cards. So your major arcana cards are going to be major things that happen in your life that cannot be unchanged. They are lessons that we must learn. They are lessons that you basically sign up as a contract before you are born. It is basically your contractual karma that you will have to learn in life. Major arcana cards cannot be avoided and they will not be changed. They are forever happening in your life, i.e. death, the Tower card, which is about unseen changes, unforeseen changes. The Moon card, the Sun card, the Fool card, which I love the Fool card. What else? The Hanged Man, the Hierophant, Judgment, Temperance. All those are going to be your major arcana cards, okay? So within the major arcana cards, again, those are lessons that what is the other one that I love too? I can't think of the name of it right now, but the Heiress or something like that. The Empress? No, not the Empress. It's the, oh my God, I cannot think about the name of the card right now, but it's the woman that's all about divination. I love that card too. It's such a beautiful card. But anyway, I got so much on my mind right now, y'all. I'm just trying to make sure I get through all this information in a decent amount of time, okay? So, the major arcana cards are going to be major life lessons that we have to go through, that we must go through, because they are part of our contract when we sign the contract that we signed before we were born. Okay. And if you don't know about the contract that you signed before you were born, that's a whole nother video for a whole nother day. All right. We're not going to get into that. Okay. So that is just a little bit of history about the tarot in itself, about the tarot deck, all that good stuff. All right. So this is going to be tips and tricks number 1. All right. So when picking tarot cards, I suggest that if you are timid or if you are afraid of tarot cards, but your soul is calling you to read tarot cards, okay, I would definitely pick up a set of oracle cards. So oracle cards, and I want to give you guys examples. Oracle cards are going to be more of your gentle cards, okay? They're going to have gentle, very loving, very positive energy to them. So they're also called like inspirational cards. So I actually have 2 decks of those. I have crystal oracle cards and I have these. They are runes cards and they are inspirational rune cards, okay? And if you guys don't know, I have a big association with runes. And that is why I picked these up. So the runes card look like this. Again, very gentle, very loving energy, positive messages, okay? And you guys see I write on my cards and I will get to that. So positive messages, you see they're very colorful, very lightweight, very light energy associated with oracle cards. So if you are not feeling the tarot as of yet and you want to get your feet wet, so to say, grab you some oracle cards, okay? Now, if you are in fact like, no, forget that, bump that, I'm gonna go get me some tarot cards, boo-boo, then I would suggest getting the Rider-Waite tarot cards, which is the most across the board, most highly used set of tarot cards. Now, the reason why is because, number one, if you can read Rider-Waite, you can read anything, okay? You can read whatever cards you pick up. But Rider-Waite is the most universal tarot deck, and it is one of the ones that are taught the most out here. So if you're taking a course on tarot, most likely you will be learning the Rider-Waite. So I would definitely suggest to pick up the Rider-Waite tarot deck. They also come in little travel size, little small ones, as well as the regular size deck. And the Rider-Waite tarot cards look like this. Okay. So I do have reversals. I do use reversals, but these are the Rider-Waite tarot cards. Okay? That's what they look like. All right. So, number 2. So, cards are like crystals, okay? And they should be treated as such. They hold energy and they need to charge as well as be cleansed and cleared after every reading, okay? Not necessarily charged after every reading, but they definitely need to be cleansed after every reading. So in order to cleanse your cards, you can either use sage, you can use fire, meaning you can hold them over a flame without burning them. You can knock on them 3 times to clear any energy. You can pray over them and ask your guides to come in and clear the cards. You can blow on them with your breath. You can also put them under, put the sage smoke on them or any type of incense or Palo Santo. Okay? That is to cleanse and clear the deck. In order to charge the deck, you can use selenite. That is the best way to charge to clear and charge up your cards, okay? Another way to charge your cards, I love charging my cards under the moonlight, especially the full moon and a super moon. And then also some people like sunlight, so you can definitely put your cards in the sunlight. Now I like to put my cards in the windowsill to charge, just so that like nothing like outside will damage them, and I can monitor the cards in the windowsill better than putting them outside, like out on your deck or somewhere in the grass. So putting them either in your car, also you can put them in the car like the dash to charge up in the moonlight or the sunlight, or again you can put them in your windowsill, which is the best way so that they can hit the elements. Okay. Número 3. When you first get your cards, okay, they should be cleared, programmed, and aligned with your energy. So how do we do that? So we already talked about clearing and cleansing the cards. How do you program your cards? So this is what I do. So everything may not resonate with you, but this is what I do in order to program my cards, program them. Okay. So just like a pendulum, you want to carry your cards around with you all the time. So what I do is I carry my cards in this cute little pouch that I got from Target. It has a little crystal on it. This pouch was like $3. And inside of it, I have 2 decks, my tarot cloth, which we will get to, and I have stones, which we will get to as well. Okay. This is how I store my cards. Now, what I will do when I first get my deck, I will sleep with my cards in my pillow, in my pillowcase for 5 to 7 days, just to align it with my energy. Sometimes I will write on the cards to put my energy in them. Also, again, carrying them with you. So putting them in your purse and carrying them with like stuff that you carry every day to align them with your energy. That helps as well. And then what I do is I also carry crystals that have already been programmed in there as well. So examples of crystals that I like to put with my tarot cards are, hold on, I'm trying to look for them. Amethyst, anything to do with the third eye and intuition. So amethyst, sodalite, lapis lazuli, clear quartzes, moldavite, selenite to continuously keep the charging and clearing of the energy in the bag. Moldavite, as I said already. Herkimer diamond. I keep a Herkimer diamond in here too. You can also do any other crystals that are associated with the third eye, as well as the crown chakra and the throat chakra. All of those cards will help with aligning your energy with the tarot cards. And you always want to make sure, and we're going to get to this, but make sure that you keep your cards in some type of protecting case, okay? So, oh, that's part of on here. So, okay, so we can go over that. So, carrying your cards with you with the crystals. Oh, I also keep moldavite oil in here because sometimes I will do moldavite oil on my hands to help with readings, okay? So moldavite oil, and then this also helps with the energy. You can also keep, I made some moldavite elixir, supermoon moldavite elixir. You guys know about that. It's not up here, but I will also sometimes carry a small little bottle of that as well, just to like spray my hands and clear myself if maybe I know that I'm going to be doing multiple readings, or keep some Florida water on me. I will also keep that in the bag as well. Okay. So tarot cloth. So tip number 4. So that was number 3. Tip number 4 is tarot cloth. You always want to protect your cards from any surface energy. So you want to always put a barrier between your cards and whatever surface you're putting your cards on, okay? So even when I'm reading and I'm in my room and on my bed, like that's fine because the bed has your energy in it. But I will always use a tarot cloth, or so, I actually don't have like an official tarot cloth because y'all know they be trying to get us at the spiritual stores. But because the tarot cloths were like $20 for what? So what I went and did was I went to the fabric store and I got some cute fabric. These skulls, you guys know I love me some skulls. So this is my tarot cloth, and it literally has my energy in it. It smells like moldavite oil. And this is what I use. I need to cut the string. But this is what I use to put my cards on. This is like basically like my little travel tarot circle. And we are going to talk about tarot circles in a second. All right. So that is what I lay my cards on, and my stones and everything for tarot. This is my little travel tarot circle. Okay. So this goes in the bag, and I just buffer the 2 different decks by putting it in between. I always carry a set of tarot, and I always carry a set of oracle. These are the oracle cards that I carry in here. These are my crystal oracle cards. So they just have like crystals on them with little messages. And these are the cards that I use to read energies as well. Like if someone wants to know like what chakras are blocked. Even though I know, I just use those as a tool so people can see. Okay, so number 5 is psychic protection. And I don't know, I wish I could do a whole section on psychic protection for taroting, but this is not even for tarot. This is for any divination work, whether it's mediumship, clairvoyance, clairsentient, clairaudient, you name it. You always need to psychically protect yourself, okay? So this is very, very important. Always, always, always you want to protect yourself. When you're going into a reading, before you do a reading, you want to always either do a silent prayer, just praying to your spirit guides, to your gods, whoever that you pray to in order to receive protection, whether it's Archangel Michael, Gabriel, whoever, it doesn't matter. You need to make sure that you are protecting yourself, okay? Even calling in your divine parents, your star families, whoever, I don't care who it is, you need to protect yourself against other people's energy as well as any other energy that could enter your tarot circle. And hence, that's why you need to make sure you cast a circle around yourself for your tarot circle, a protective white light or golden light to make sure that any negative energy that may try to come in will bounce off. Okay, so always protect yourself. Even if you wear your protection stones, I always wear my protection stone or my tourmaline. I will always keep my tourmaline on me so that I can ground myself after readings if I feel a little like in the clouds, or if I'm thinking about maybe like I had like an intense reading and I'm thinking about that person, then I will grab my tourmaline and ground myself so that I can disconnect myself away from that energy, so I will not be holding on to that person's baggage, okay? So number 5 was psychic protection. Again, you can sage yourself. You can Palo Santo yourself. I would always say a silent prayer no matter what. Come up with your own method and your own ritual so that you can stay consistent. All right. And making sure that you psychically protect yourself after or before your readings. And then you want to make sure that afterwards you thank your guides for protecting you during the reading. Okay. Sorry. All right. So number 6 is your tarot circle. Okay. So what is a tarot circle? So a tarot circle is a circle of energy that is basically presented or that is conjured when you are doing tarot. Just say FYI, if you're thinking about doing tarot, that means that you're connecting to spirit. No matter what you think or no matter what you say, if you're doing tarot, you are connecting to spirit, okay? When you are doing tarot, you are literally opening up a portal. You are opening yourself to the spiritual realm in order to receive information to guide someone's life. No matter if it's your life or someone else's life, you are connecting to spirit, okay? You're connecting to spirit. Let me say it again. You're connecting to spirit. So that means, going back to number 5, you need to make sure that you protect yourself, but also you have to open up your tarot circle in order for spirit to come in to help you with guidance, okay? So with that being said, the tarot circle must be opened and it always must be closed, okay? So anytime you're done with the reading, you must close the session, all right? Just like with any other energetic or any other divination tool, i.e. Reiki, mediumship, if you're done with the client, you need to either wash your hands with cold water to cut the ties off. You either need to say a silent prayer to close your tarot section and dismantle it, your tarot circle, and then close it by blowing out the candle or whatever you're doing as your ritual during your tarot session. But once that session is closed, or done, I should say, you need to close that tarot circle so that no other energy can come back and forth, because you have opened up a portal. Just like with the Ouija board. When you open up your Ouija board, what do they say? Don't take your hands off. You must close it and then take your hands off the little thing that goes around the board. So it is very important that you make sure that you open and you close your tarot circle. I don't care what you say. You are connecting with spirit, okay? So that's why you always want to ask your divine spirits of divine love and light, your guides, to come in and help you and to guide you with the reading. Although you are using your intuition and your interpretation to interpret the cards, also spirit does come in. It is a spiritual divination practice, and spirit does come in. You are tapping into spirits when you are using tarot cards. I don't know what else to say. I don't know how else to say it. But yes, and people do come through when I do tarot readings, i.e. past loved ones. It doesn't matter. Someone will come through. If I invite or if I open myself to allow spirit to come in, then they will come in and speak during the reading. And usually I have to deliver the message, because otherwise they will bug me until the reading is done. And I'll be like, you got to go now. You don't have to leave, but you don't have to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. Up out of my space. Okay. So, yes, you are opening yourself to spiritual realm. Okay. So tip and trick number 6, open and close your tarot circle. Open it by saying, I open this tarot circle to divine love and light. And if you want to connect to spirit, any spirits that want to come in and give a message, only spirits of high vibrations, divine love and light may come in. No negative or low vibrational entities shall obscure or interfere or influence this reading, you are not welcome here. I'm casting a circle of divine love and light and golden light around me and my client as I am giving this reading. And then you also always want to close it and make sure you thank the universe, thank the creator, thank whoever you are praying to for their guidance and for their protection. And then you close the circle, okay? You can also, I know that some people say, or I know that someone told me that they knock on their cards 3 times. Knock, knock, knock for open. Knock, knock, knock on the bottom of the cards for closing. Knock, knock, knock on the top to open. Knock, knock, knock on the bottom to close. Again, everyone reads differently. There is no like rules really to like your spiritual connection. Of course, the rules are open and closing your tarot circle and making sure that you protect yourself. Those are given morality rules. But as far as like the way you do things, it's all up to you. It's your ritual. You have to make this your own. Okay. So I just say a silent prayer and I just make sure I have my protection stones around me. And that's pretty much all that I do. And then I just make sure I thank spirit, I thank my spirit guides, and then I close the circle. I don't wash my hands off with cold water, but I will spray myself with Florida water, my Florida water mix that I made in order to cleanse myself of the energy and to protect myself and be able to move on and disconnect from that energetic connection that I have with my client and the spirit, or spirits, I should say. Okay, so the number 7 is probably the most controversial and the biggest thing around tarot besides protection is, should tarot be free? Okay. So this is my opinion only. Okay. And if you don't agree with this, then that is your opinion. And that's why we have free will. And that's why we have the First Amendment, because I can think and say what I want. So, should tarot be free? Tarot should be free to a certain extent. Nothing is free in this life. We all exchange something. Just be aware that when you are tarotting, when you're doing tarot, that you are exchanging energy and you are giving energy to someone else in order to help them out. You are also draining energy based on the fact that it's like a battery, you know, it's like a cell phone battery. You're using yourself in order to help someone, and that is taking away from your energy. Okay. So should tarot be free? No, tarot should not be free. Now, is it okay to give free readings here and there to pay it forward and to give back? Yes, of course. But remember that when you are doing tarot, you're opening yourself to energy. You're opening yourself to spirit, okay? And sometimes spirits will connect to you based on your energy, okay? Based on, you know, your high vibration. Spirits will attach themselves to you. And I'm not trying to scare you. It's not like an attachment in a bad way. As long as you keep yourself high vibration and you protect yourself, you will be fine. But what I'm saying is that you should not be reading tarot if you're sick or if you're not well or if you're drunk or if you're intoxicated or if the other person is the same way, sick, drunk, or intoxicated. Number one, should tarot be free? No, especially if you're not in the right state of mind. Tarot should definitely not be free. But tarot should not be free. Why? Because you are exchanging energy. So technically, tarot is not free.